We are making history. Of course, we're making history. This is AJ's house. But before I even tell you who we've got in the house, standard procedure, you click over here, you listen to the mix, and you come back so you understand what we are dealing with. In the house, I've got Tenoceans. I need to get one of those things, right? You're like, yeah.
You can just put it in the sound effects.
In the sound.
The sound effects.
I want it like, I'm gonna press it. Yeah. It's like saying you can just play a mixtape and then just act like you're DJing.
Like during a podcast.
No, I'm just saying, like whatever. It's like saying play a mixtape. It's not the same. It's not the same. But anyway, thank you for coming through. Amazing
Thank you for having
mix.
me. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. How does it feel being the first lady to drop a set on this podcast? This high class, biggest podcast in the world.
I would say
every DJ dreams to be here. I'm joking. Yeah.
I'd say it's a privilege. I'd also say that I'd like to see more women. So I don't want it to be about gender, male and female DJs, but I'm happy that I was the first person or first woman to feature at AJ's house.
It's dope. It's dope. Like on social media, when women do everything, it just pops. Like I don't know what it is, but it just pops off. So hey, I'm hoping that we've got the numbers and it comes through. But anyway, talking about that, because we're gonna move off of the gender thing quickly.
Yeah,
it
please,
must annoy
thank
you. I wanted to ask you, does it annoy you?
It does, because
right?
I feel like I think before COVID, it was a thing about, oh, she's the only female DJ in the lineup, or why aren't there female DJs on the lineup, or artists in general. And then just during the course of COVID, that's when I think women became the best performers. I think more people want to see women just because they feel like they have the spotlight now. It's not that it has anything to do with gender specifically. I just think that women know how to stand their ground and be in the spotlight as superstars, So
also, it's got nothing to do with looks. It's got nothing to do with anything.
It does have everything to do with looks
standing your ground.
I think it has a lot to do with looks, but I think there's a lot of talented women who just are thriving now, given the opportunity that people are seeing that women bring a certain je ne sais quoi to the scene. Do you know what I mean? And it's hard to ignore women now. So that's a good thing. But I don't want it to be a forever thing that we're talking about gender and but I do feel like it does need to be spoken about, because we do need to see more women being more confident enough and getting more bookings, seeing them on lineups, headlining lineups, and not just being fillers.
True.
So we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah. All right. I was saying that you are the first female, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you're also the first person who is not like a producer.
Yeah.
So don't you feel like your set was dope?
Thank you
good,
so much.
talented, clean.
Yeah.
Can't say anything about that. But don't you feel as though now and again it plays an advantage?
To be a DJ that doesn't produce, or to be a producer that also DJs?
No, just being a woman, just in general.
I feel like it does play a part, because I don't know many DJs who are just DJs right now. And that's also a good thing, because then it kind of sets me apart right now. A lot of people are asking me, when am I going to be releasing music? I'm not saying that I'm not going to release music, everyone. I've spent a lot of time just getting to know the scene, getting to know what I like, because my musical journey has transcended from when I started DJing to now, and also the type of sound that people are listening to, and then just bridging the gap between what's relevant here for home and what's relevant for out there. And then just being true to myself, because I don't want to be someone who's just going with the flow of how things are going. And then my sound gets pushed under the rug just because it's sounding the same like everybody else. So I would say right now, and for the past six to 8 months, I've been thinking more alongside where am I gonna fit in? But not really fit in, but like where am I gonna stand out in this space of Afro electronic dance music? So I'm just researching and like being more confident in myself and not really listening to what other people are doing and saying. And I don't want to rush a project just because everybody's asking about it. So yeah, but I do foresee myself releasing something this year. But that's just because that's a personal goal for myself.
Nice.
And I think...
Who would you collaborate with?
Who would I collaborate with? Okay, so I was working on 2 songs, 2 different DJs and producers, KZN and Tao from Botswana, who's mainly here now.
Yeah, I've met Tao,
Yeah. So I've made 2 songs with those 2 guys, but we haven't like finished them. It's still in progress. But I'm gonna switch it up from there. So it's gonna be interesting because it's not gonna be a typical Afro tech, Afro house vibe.
What type of vibe is it gonna be?
It's you'll see.
Well, yeah. All right.
Yeah,
you don't want to launch
you'll
it now.
hear.
All right. Cool. So, okay, you've spoken about who. Wait, before we even go too far, let's start with your career because I want to like build this up now.
Yeah.
Firstly, Tenoceans, please explain the name.
Yeah, everybody asks
Yeah, because there's 7 or 5 or 4. Why 10?
Okay, so I came up with the name before I was actually a DJ. It was supposed to just be an alias.
Serious?
It was just my Instagram name before I became a DJ.
Oh, dope.
So my name, my government name is Tenille.
Tenille.
And the first 3 letters of my name is 10, which is also the number 10. So I played on that. And the fact that I'm from Durban and my family's from Durban, so I have such a strong link to the ocean. And I'm also a chakrahan sometimes. So I'm a Pisces, and Pisces is a water sign. So there's a whole lot of things going on.
Hectic.
But basically my nickname 10 and 10 Oceans came together. And also because when I came up with it, I had been listening to a lot of deep house at the time, and I just thought that deep house is so deep, like the ocean. So 10 oceans.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
So that's how I came up with the name.
So much meaning, man. I think that's a dope name. All right, 10 Oceans. So when does the Afro bug hit you before you decide that you want to actually go into DJing?
So what happened was I had started DJing quite a long time ago.
Never ask a woman her age, but...
I started DJing a long time ago during varsity.
All right. I'm guessing that's a no to my question.
No, I'm not going to answer that because it's a thing. I want people to keep guessing my age.
Oh,
I'm kind of like a vampire sometimes.
That's the Pisces in you playing.
So I started DJing during the course of varsity. Around about, if it's held it.
No, you have to give us details. We're going to figure this out by the end of the show.
Between 2014 and 2015. But I didn't last long in the industry because I wanted to finish my studies. I studied a Bachelor of Science in Construction Management and then went into quantity surveying for my honors. So I wanted to finish my studies because my parents were so strict about that. And so I only DJed for like about 6 months, but I had been releasing mixes on my SoundCloud.
Dope.
And so people always thought of me as a DJ for that time period until, like, say, I got back into DJing in 2019, August 2019.
Sorry to interrupt you. 2014, Afro is not really a thing.
No,
so what are you playing?
I was playing deep tech at the time.
Nice.
So Solomon, Mark Romboy, David August, those international artists. Also Stimming, Julian Gomes, that kind of stuff. That was like what I was trying to play at that time. So Afro wasn't big then. Not that it wasn't a genre. I did also love tribal house because do you remember the time period?
The song era that time. Yeah.
So I was never
all of
really,
those guys.
I was never really boxed within the genre of house, but I just always gravitated to the more deep, dark sounds at that time. And then when it came back to me getting back into the music industry, I wasn't really in the music industry that time though. I was playing at university parties.
Fun.
I was just having fun, making mixes.
Making your parents mad.
Yeah. 2019. So 2019 August, that's when I first got my first gig, and I played at Kitchener's.
Nice.
And I thought that was a big deal because I always wanted to play there.
Kitchener's has got that thing, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just like the home of it all. Like,
Yeah, a lot of DJs I think started there. So I started at Kitchener's, and then just moved on to other gigs, and then because of my circle that I surrounded myself with within the Afro scene, because I was really into Afro at the time, I just somehow gravitated to all the Afro parties, and then I just became this person that is largely associated with Afro house. And I love it. Like, I don't look back. Like, it's beautiful.
Right?
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I was going to bring this up, and now I have to. Through that story, I was like, that's where she met Vanco. And I was like, no, that's where she met Vanco.
No.
Construction,
Okay.
that's where she met Vanco. And it's like Kitchener's, that's where she met Vanco. Where did you meet Vanco?
At university.
At university.
Yeah, so
you guys go way back.
We go way back, before music actually. I wasn't DJing at the
Serious?
time. He was finishing his honors year, and I was finishing my third year at the time. We met in passing. Another friend of ours, like a mutual friend of ours, introduced us to each other because it was my third year and I was thinking about getting back into DJing, but I didn't end up getting back into DJing. And he was like, meet my friend. Introduced me to him as Vanco, and I was so starstruck at the time. But
Serious?
he was, yeah, because I had seen his CD, because everyone at varsity was talking about this green CD that he had and listening to his music and stuff. So I was taking advice from him because I was like, you know what, I want to go back into DJing. And then he said to me, yeah, you should try it out, you should go back. And it was such a brief conversation. We never exchanged numbers or anything. That's
Serious?
how we met. No,
Oh, okay, cool.
We never exchanged numbers. And then we literally started talking on social media like maybe 2-3 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we are.
And here we are.
All right, dope. All right, so you gave me your backstory about how you came in. When do you realize that you're really good at DJing and it's not just a fun thing anymore? We're taking it as a profession.
That is an interesting question because I don't think I just realized it. I think it's been a journey.
Okay.
I knew that I always loved music and I'm a good selector. So I'm always listening to all different types of music. And so that's why when you listen to my mix, I go through different subgenres of Afro,
I found that dope, yeah.
you know, three-step, all of that stuff. And then also international, local. So I think it was the love of music that made me realize that I could become a DJ. But the technical stuff is something that I learned along the way, you know, because when I started DJing, I was using a controller, a Newmark controller. So, and before that, I'm such a millennial, damn. Because I didn't use vinyl or anything. I didn't teach myself using vinyl.
Also, you started with the sync button.
No, but like virtual DJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm joking.
I know.
No, I don't like people that go on like it's a bad thing. Like,
no, I mean,
you have to know how to play vinyl or you're not a DJ. Like,
yeah,
it's
I mean, I didn't learn it that
sometimes.
way, but I just think that like as I've been playing more and getting more gigs and spending some time with other DJs that like know how to mix well, that's what I did in the beginning stages. And teaching me some tricks and tips. So yeah, I think maybe in the last 2 years, that's when I realized like, okay, I'm here now, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Would you, if you were to choose between what you studied being the construction profession and you had to do this for the rest of your life or DJing, which one would it be?
That's an interesting question because I'm still in the construction industry.
You have to drop one.
I know. See,
No,
the thing
I'm
is that I
asking
know,
you-
but the thing is, I feel like being in both balances me. So even if I was to choose music, which I'm more inclined to choose music, I will still do something in construction.
Really?
Something, because it balances me. I don't think I'd be able to give too much focus on music without giving as much focus on construction, because one is an analytical mind and one is a creative mind. So I think of it as keeping me in check and keeping me in balance. So even I would think that I would I would choose music, but I will definitely have maybe construction as a side hustle.
I've got you. I've got you. All right then. So you've traveled abroad. You've played in different countries.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Why do I feel like you have?
Because I'm that girl.
Oh, okay.
Not yet, but this year is the year.
This is the year.
This is the year.
All right.
I'm
Isn't it happening? You want to talk about it? Or?
It's happening. I can not yet talk about it, but yeah, I'm going to have a mini Euro tour and a mini African tour.
Nice.
In the next 3 to 6 months.
Nice.
So yeah, just stay on my socials and you'll see.
All right. That's massive, man. That's dope, because I feel like, your sound was so dope. It went through, like you were saying, different fields and different types of sounds. And you said originally from KZN, right?
Yeah, my family's from KZN. I was born here, but I spent a large portion of my childhood in KZN. Yeah.
Okay. Which scene do you enjoy more?
The Joburg scene for sure.
Why?
Okay, look.
As a Joburg, I'm like, why?
Because the thing
It's a
is,
bad thing.
Joburg has allowed me to explore more sounds than I think Durban would ever give me. Because when I go to Durban, I love the music. That's why you'll hear, like, I played Amabele in my mix, you know, because...
That's by the soul, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Boom will always be like a part of me, and I'll always add it wherever I can, whenever I'm playing. I love the sound. I just think I never fell in love with music being in Durban. I fell in love with music being from Durban, but living in Joburg.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I explored so many different sounds because I was mixing with a lot of different people during varsity, during high school. So my love for music and the sound and the wave and the interest comes from Johannesburg.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
You know? A little bit of fun. Hey, like Vanco's tension. Vanco needs to leave the room. I can't ask these questions with Vanco. Yeah. Hey, and he leaves. I'm playing. Hey, big shout out to Vanco, man. All right. So, firstly, just to set the mood. Chicken or beef?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah,
Right. Okay,
yeah.
cool. Okay, cool. So, there's that game, marry, kill, and what, ne?
Okay.
But because Vanco's here, and I'm like, eh. So I was like,
No, we're
let me twist it a
professionals.
bit.
We're professionals.
Yeah, well, if you had to, I twisted it a bit.
Yeah.
I was like, 3 things.
Okay.
One of these names, you have to drop your debut song. One name. One of these names, you have to play right after.
Okay.
And like, you feel like you need to assassinate these people, right?
Okay.
So it's debut song with one, play right after the other one, and trade USB sticks with the other one.
Damn.
And the 3 names, of course, Vanco, Black Coffee, and Sanel Musician.
First debut song, Sanel Musician.
Dope. Okay.
Play, okay, what's the other 2 options, sorry?
It's trade USB sticks before a set.
Okay, so I can't choose Vanco because the thing is, I have some of his songs already. Okay, so play right after.
Play right after.
I would play right after a Black Coffee. I can't play after Vanco. Vanco's, yeah. Yeah, so I would
Oh, this is you keeping your house in order.
No. I'm being honest. So debut single, Sanel. I love Sanel, musician. Yeah, so there's no question about that. Play right after Black Coffee. And yeah, I'll get my music from Vanco.
All right.
I'll get my sticks from Vanco.
That's cool. Afro or tech? You
But
got serious there. Hey?
No, because the thing is, I think of Afro and tech now.
But there's a more Afro sound and there's a more tech sound.
I'm more tech.
You're more tech?
I'm more on the tech side. If you listen to what I just played now, there's a lot of tech elements in them. Yes, I bring through the African vibes and the melodic sounds, as well as like all these different vocals that are synonymous with Afro. But I think the Indian in me comes through a bit when it comes to the techno side.
Yeah, I get you. All right, fresh. Tugsin or Atmos Black?
That is not a question.
That is definitely a question.
That is not a question, though. That's such a weird question that you're asking me, because those are my two favorite producers right now.
Makes it so much more interesting.
I know. Okay, so I would say Tugsin. That's just because Tugsin has been in the game for a bit more longer. I know him.
Vanco, I asked Vanco a similar question and he gave me literally the same answer.
I mean, great minds think alike.
Okay, but the one I asked him was, yeah, I guess it was also unfair. I was like, if I remember correctly, I was like the couple of Kayenda so.
Okay.
And he said the same thing.
Yeah.
The exact same answer. No, he's been in the game more. He's a legend, man. It was like, yeah.
No, the thing is, I feel like when it comes to Atmos Black, I've watched his journey from when he first started putting out music and stuff. But when we're talking about someone who's been releasing music for such a long time, and I've also watched his journey. Tugsin. But the one to watch out for right now is Atmos Black. Yeah.
Man, I love what's going on in the scene with their sounds. I mean, it's dope,
the
man.
three-step sound.
I feel Also, that's the official name now.
I don't know if it's official name. I think we gave the name, but maybe we should ask them what they want to call it. I don't even know. I don't think they even thought about it that much. That's the beautiful thing about music. Is you make music and then people experience it and then they put like the labels onto it. I think that's how Afro House came about. I don't think the actual artist thought, I'm gonna make Afro House. But I think that sound right now is really influencing a lot of people across genres in South Africa. So, yeah. Yeah,
I think it's dope. And they're making our set so much more versatile and fun, because it's like the songs are just so, they've got like this disturbance thing going, man. I love it. Big shout out, Tugsin. Yeah, man, that's all I have for you. The other ones I can't ask because Vanco's here.
No, you can.
I'm playing. Now, man, in closing, just words of inspiration to a lot of people, because you created a name for yourself, and a lot of people obviously look up to you, and you're an inspiration to quite a few people. Just words of motivation for people that want to be where you are right now.
Wow. Because I didn't actually, when you're in the crux of your career or you going through the motions day in, day out, you never really stop and think about your journey. So what I would say is, if music is your thing, and if you believe that you have something to share with the world through music, I don't think you should be distracted about what other people are doing, and you should concentrate on like what it is that you want to show the world from your side, because everyone's ear is different, everyone's voice is different, but I just feel like if you believe in yourself and you want to set things in motion in your career, just stick to your guns and let the noise shut out. Nice. And also, like, if it's meant for you, it'll be for you. And it's
beautiful.
Undeniable. That's what I would say. I have had many moments where I felt like, okay, I don't want to do this, you know. But then I've had equal as many moments where it's like you are meant to be here. So if you can listen to the voice of you needing to stick it through and recognize that you're meant to be where you are, then the rest is history, man.
I love it. It brought out the whole spiritual chakra hand in me. That was nice. Massive shout out to you, man. Thank you for such a fire set. There's obviously people that have just discovered you on the show. So just drop your handles so they know where to find you. And yeah.
So basically, at Tenoceans everywhere. That's TEN Oceans, no spaces. I like it like that.
Yeah, simple, clean.
That's everywhere. SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. Yeah.
Nice. Massive shout out to you, Ten. Thank you so much for coming through. I enjoyed your set so much. I enjoyed the interview.
Thank you.
And yeah, man, hope to see you soon, especially after that drop.
Yeah. Maybe a special mix.
Yeah, of course. Mix. Massive shout out, man. Make sure that you tune in for the next episodes. Click somewhere here. I always get it wrong. Somewhere, but I know it's here. And then obviously I'm going to link the mix once again right over here. And keep tuning into AJ's house. Yeah.